Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Oh, I got something nice for you today. But this thing just getting gooder. Let's rock. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. The message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I hope it's working out for you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Excuse me. Right thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Spiritual. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's what that means. If you're spiritually enlightened, you have knowledge of God and you know yourself. That's my goal for all right thinkers. My mission is that you reach that point so you can claim knowledge of self. Okay? That's the goal as right thinkers, to know thyself. I'm gonna give you everything you need for that to happen. Let's go. I ask the question: do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinker, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about being spiritually enlightened means you're never alone. I came up with the other title. When you're spiritually enlightened, you're never alone. Yeah, again, back and forth. But it's this title. Some people like the catchy title. Oh, I wonder what that's about. Okay, so I try to make it easy and simple for you. Okay, but let's talk about this. To gain self mastery, aka daily practice of right thinking philosophy, what'll happen? You will know thyself and God at the same time. Why? Because once you know thyself, you know God, and you know you and God are one. Everything comes from the one and goes back to the one. Understand that concept? That's what I teach. That's the concept. Now, being spiritually enlightened means what? You have knowledge of God, which is spirit, and you understand because of the practice and training that you're doing for yourself, you know him. That means you have what? Mastered the spiritual truths and you live them and you reach the thing called nihas. That's the anointed waking of spiritual enlightened individual who put the work in. When you reach nihas, you are going that way, not that way. Okay. When you live right, do right, and put yourself in a position to be blessed on a daily basis, that's the ticket. That's right thing. Philosophy's goal to get you on that level. I ain't saying go to church. I ain't no, I'm just saying live right, do right, and be right. I ain't claiming a religious concept. I'm claiming spiritual concepts and principles that you can manifest for yourself and you'll see the difference. Okay? It ain't got to be biblical and religious. All you gotta do is do the right thing. That's what I teach. That's what I profess, and that's how I live. The concept is not being alone. Why? Because when you have God, you're never alone. That's the concept. So understand that. When you're spiritual, you live what? By spiritual discipline, meaning you obeying your higher self. That's God. When you understand that, be it religious, I have no problem with you following religion and doing it. Why? It still works if you do it. That's the key. I don't care what you profess, it's what you do. So that you will learn what? When you following right thing philosophy, aka Maya philosophy, it puts you in a position to do all those things that you need to do that God recognizes you for and will bless you. If it wasn't something to doing right, what's the purpose of having wrong? You can't have one like the other. So you can't just, oh, it's all good. No, no, no. It's going to be some bad. You're going to make some bad decisions. But you learn from the decision. Again, a mistake is something you did unknowingly and correct it. Bad is when you know right from wrong and you do what's wrong. That's a choice. Okay, understand the difference. When spiritual people, they adhere to a higher spiritual concept. We spiritual. We ain't religious. So we answer to God. I don't follow man confess to be God. I don't do that. Okay, so we don't deal with that now. Straight to the source. Okay, God is spirit. Being spiritual and spiritually enlightened means you know God for yourself through your lifestyle and your experiences that you got blessed from him, and no other man can't bless you. Why? When you get what you need, when you need it, you know where that comes from. And once that happens for you and to you, you should be obedient to that. Why? If it's serving you, I found that out 2013. Been living it ever since. I'm just saying. Spiritually awakened people know they are what? One with God. So you will never conceptually or mentally or spiritually be alone. Hope you're getting this. With self-knowledge. That's, you know God for yourself. Hence, self-knowledge. Know thyself. Thy is your higher self. So you need to know your higher self. Yeah, I hear the phrases. Y'all say, I hate these people who sing the Bible verses. Half of them don't know what they mean, and the other half they living nowhere near what they're saying. But it sound good, yeah. But if you ain't living it, it's just a bunch of good sounding words. Like them guys with the gift to talk. BS will get you to the top. It just won't keep you there. Why? Because people gonna start seeing through it, and it's gonna start crumbling. That's why every power, every dynasty that was built on lies, corruption, and stuff falls, crumbles. Why? Truth prevails. Right now, I'm seeing a whole lot of crumbling going on. Let's move on. I ain't getting to that right now. Another lesson for that too, though. Watch this. Now, the only way to know God, aka your higher self, is what? We're studying and living by your spiritual truth. That's the only way. Ain't no other way. If you are Christian, you got to follow the commandments. So whatever religion you got, they still gonna hold you accountable to follow some dogmatic rules, some principles that govern your religion. Understand it? It's a belief system. So if you believe that, go for it. But the truth and the proof is in what? The results that you get from the work that you put in. I keep telling you, if you putting in work and you ain't getting the results when you need them, you putting in work to the wrong person. I serve a right now God, an on-time God, always there when I need him, God. If that ain't the God you serving the wrong God. We ain't serving the same God. Why? Like Cain and Abel. One is getting results and one ain't. All about you, what you put in. I have no friends for purpose, whatever. So I spend what? A lot of time, a lot of my so-called time, a lot of my time, so-called alone time with my higher self. When I'm alone, I go right into the meditative state and download information, connect with God every chance I get. So I'm never without God. That's called being God conscious. If you're Christian, y'all call it being prayed up. I don't know what the Muslim and Jews call it, but I know that I'm God conscious. I'm not a God fan. I don't walk around hooting and holler about God. No, I live right. I do right. God recognizes that. So that's what I'm about. And having no friends, I mean, ain't nobody on this level that I'm at, so it ain't a whole bunch of fun. So I do what I do, teach you. So this is my conversation. Once I get done with this, I'm pretty much done. Well, I ain't got nobody messing with me. So I appreciate the comments. You know, I answer all of y'all. So appreciate you. Now, having friends is really overrated. Being around people don't mean they're your friend. Have associates and people you interact with don't mean they're your friend. I got lifelong friendships. So I know friends, okay, but on a day-to-day interact, no, I got students who I interact with on a day-to-day basis. We communicate, we talk, they get lessons, we discuss it. I'm open for that. That ain't a friendship. That's a teacher-student relationship. I got a bunch of them. That's what I do. Okay. But I still say friends is overrated just to me. I'm kind of enjoying, I kind of enjoy being what? With my inner self. From the time I've been 3 years in prison, the few months in solitary confinement, I don't have a problem being with myself. So get used to that. Why? Because if you think being by yourself, you're alone, then you need to check yourself. Why? Because you can have a conversation with your higher self. He's in there. He ain't going nowhere. He can't. He's stuck. You got to realize that. He can't leave. Even if he wants to, ain't nothing he can do. He along for the ride. So that's the concept with the spirit. Now, because you have no physical body with you, don't mean you're alone. Why? Spiritually, you are connected to your higher self. Okay? Remember, it's two of y'all, lower and higher. They're in constant fight. When they work in harmony together, that's the beautiful thing. That's what I want you to get understanding right from wrong. And knowing wrong, I'm not doing wrong. Simple as that. I don't care. Excuse me. But come on, man. It don't make a bunch of excuses for doing wrong when you know it's wrong. Simple as that. So I don't subscribe to that. And yeah, I'm tough love. I don't bend. I don't break. I don't care. Like I said, my mother didn't go easy on me. Well, nope. Every time you get the same thing. I ain't got a problem with that. Consistency. I ain't got a problem with that. Okay. But don't flip flop 1 minute this, next minute that. I don't consume. Don't like that. And I don't do that. So I used to be upset about what? About having no friends to talk to. But now I'm cool. Again, I get on here. I can express myself. I get the comments. I be going back. I thank everybody. Appreciate everybody. But this is what I do. Why? That's what I got. Like my man said, CMB, we all we got. All right. Now, religion. Understand this. Religion are what you call a belief system. Spirituality is a knowing system. See where I'm going with this? So believe me, you don't have to, you can't just, your system just believe in God. No, no, no. I'm so against that. Why? Because again, if you have to believe in God, that means you don't know him. And you can't continue to just believe in him. You have to experience him. So that's how you would know him. That's my philosophy. I meditate when daily. Why? Because I can listen to God. When you're praying, you talking. God ain't talking when you praying. And most of y'all just praying, going about your business anyway. It's like going to the bathroom, not wiping your hands. You just walk away. No, you got to give God his due. Meditation. Put that into your prayer and trust me. That's that little ingredient that makes it a little bit better. That's it. Why? When you daily, you meditate and you listen to God a lot more. I do that a lot more now. Why? Because I'm listening and I'm hearing so much. Wow. I know God was a motor mouth. he go a mile a minute. He don't stop. But I appreciate listening. So I'm good with that. If you ain't talking to God, who you talking to? If it's just you, yeah, you alone. And why? Because you don't know you. I tell my religious friends and family who I can talk to, who we can have a conversation. I tell them, put meditation on your prayer agenda. That's all. That's all. I ain't trying to take note. Just do that. Why? Because now you start getting some download. All you doing is uploading. You giving. You talking. You telling God. He don't need to be told. So you can mentor. Remember, I don't talk. I don't verbally talk to God. Mental telepathy. I think it. That's how I connect with God. So I ain't got to say a whole bunch of words and put them together, sound eloquent. I ain't got time for that. God, I know a friend that's in need. Help them. Simple. I think about you. I put you in thought. So I'm praying for you all the time. And you don't even know. Why? You don't need to know to make a difference. That's what I do for you. Let's go. Unbeknownst to you. I tell my, oh, well, I'm not done here. No, right here. Now, religious people, yeah, I pray a lot. And that's cool. I'm a prayer warrior. I pray too. But prayer with no works, no deeds, are just words and wishes. Okay? Right thinkers, spend time, what? Meditating. When? Daily. If it ain't but 5 to 10 minutes, trust me, whatever you give God your attention, He will take it. Okay? He ain't never gonna not know. He'll always take it. You got to find time to put Him into your schedule. Simple. It ain't his job to be put. No. You got that thing backwards. So watch this. Right thinkers spend time in meditation daily. That's listening to God, not talking. I could care less about your prayers, man. I'm talking about, man, yeah, pray, man, stop. I don't hear the meditation in the Middle East. That's all they do. Meditate. Why? That's how they connect to God. They don't need to go and talk about how God is. They don't do all that nonsense. Praising, jumping around, acting a fool. Nope. Catching the ghosts and talking in tongues. But when you have that direct line, you're fine. Trust me. When religions, when religions are practiced and done correctly, and I'm witnessing to this. This is what I'm speaking from experience. Now I'm talking about my church family. Why? Because religion is done correctly, it will get you to God also. Why? Because you live in the tenets that set forth that you believe in, and you're gonna acquiesce to them, and that's what creates miracles in your life. Your power of belief, not God. A lot of times. So I just wanted you to understand that. Okay. With religious knowledge and right living, now you got something. A lot of y'all got the religious concept, but you ain't living it. So what's the sense of having it if you ain't living it? You talk a good one, live a better one. Why? Because then it'll be seen. Okay? You can't get to know God if you practice what they preach. If you learn what I teach, you will know God for yourself. Why? Because you're going to put yourself in position to receive His blessings, and then you will know God. I'm not telling you to go do this. No, I'm telling you, live right and do right. He will make His presence known to you. Why? That I do know. That's how I got my presence to Him. And that's how He came to me. I was just doing the right thing. I had no idea. So I know now, if you do certain things are gonna happen. That's karma. Do the right thing, good things will happen. Moving on. We don't practice enough of that. And the people who doing it, when they tell the other people ain't, they think you crazy. So don't worry about trying to convince them how good God is. You just keep serving your God. Don't worry about them. They got to help themselves. Okay. But if they see you, things happening, they get a little, maybe say, thank you. That's how it's done. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been walking this walk over 10 years now. I'm just starting to get a few people involved in my concept. If I'd have stopped a long time ago, I wouldn't be here now. Bam. Let's go. Consistency, persistence. Let's move on. And that's what God is. He don't stop. Like the devil. Y'all give the devil more credit than you give God. The devil's always busy. The devil put God in that same focus, and your life will change for the better. Trust me on that one. You keep giving the devil all the damn praise. He love it. He love it. He getting top billing. He tell you he got 98% of God's people. That means y'all don't even know who the hell y'all following half the time. Sorry about that. All religious people, all religions, excuse me, are the same in what? In this goal, and to get you what? To know God by righteous living. And that's the truth. That's the proof. You do that, it'll happen. I ain't saying religion don't work. When you don't practice it right, it won't work. Okay? Like getting the wrong number in the digits, the problem gonna be wrong. Everything got to line up, everything in order, everything's right, it'll come out right. That's what righteous and purpose, virtuous living is all about. You can't get wrong with living, doing virtuous things and living right. Trust me on that one. Oh, bad things happen to good people. No, don't. Bullshit. All right thinkers is like, right thinking philosophy is like religion in what? In its goal to what? Practice, to be practiced daily correctly, and to master oneself will get you to God for yourself. That's what drives me. That's what motivates me to do what I do for you, my understanding of God. And my job to do what he propels me to do, teach you to know him for yourself. That's my goal. Right living, when practiced in any religion, is the same good deeds is what God will bless you for. It don't make a difference what you profess. It's the deeds that you do that will get you blessed. Understand that. Stop mistreating people, abusing people, and you know for yourself what you do. When it's wrong, come on, man, stop with that. Well, I didn't know. You knew just what you was doing. Your intention wasn't good. If it ain't good, don't do it. Simple as that. If it ain't worth doing, if it ain't gonna be good, it ain't worth doing. Why? It ain't gonna benefit you one bit. I give a selfless service. I just help others. I just give to people who need. I'm giving now. This is my job. Oh, I see the clock. Well, let me get up out of here. All right, sorry about that. Let me wrap this up. Where we at? Right there, philosophy. Like, okay, here you go. Right living. When practice, who did that one? I have religious teacher, my pastor, and he is never alone. Why? He walk with God just like I do. You can too, if that's what you want to do. It's a choice. Nobody twisting our arm to do this. Okay, I'm a willing participant. I'm a cheerful giver. I'm obedient to what I know to be right. Why? I'm benefiting from that. That's why. And if you live right, you know what I'm talking about. Let me wrap it up. Now, in spiritual, excuse me, I'm spiritually enlightened. Why? Because I live a spiritual disciplined lifestyle. I live for my higher self, not my lower self. Moving. I teach spiritual truth. That what? That I learned and mastered. So that gives me the right to do, help you to do the same. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think or believe or read in the books. I manifest what I learned so I can teach you. That's self mastery. You'll learn it too when you do what you need to do for you. Right? Excuse me. With spiritual enlightenment, you have what? Become one with God. That's the key for all human beings in this form. You need to find God. And when you do that, yeah, his party is on. Why? I'm going home. Like when you're in prison, you get that date. Oh, you party. Yeah, I'm going home. They about to release me. I know I'm going. And when I get walked out them jail, prison doors, I knew I wasn't going back that way. See, that's what I'm trying. When them doors close, you close that door and you move on. It's so far behind me now. It's a fine memory. It's a thought. It's still there because it happened, but I done put it so far behind me because I done so much other stuff going this way that I put the distance between the bad and what I'm doing. That's what you want to do. Put it behind you and keep moving. It ain't going nowhere, but you can't change it. It ain't can't do nothing to you now. It's over. Done it. Moving on. Let me wrap it up. When you conquer, here you go. Self-knowledge, aka I try to get you to understand. God knowledge means what? Means you have had your mystical experience with God for yourself. That's self-knowledge. That's the goal for all right thinkers. You want to experience God for yourself. It ain't about me no more. Why? Now I gave you what you needed to have to get what you need to get. Now you're on your own. Why? I gotta go get some more. There's a lot of us who need this. So those who getting it, I appreciate you. But I gotta keep going. Why? There's some more who need it. Let's go. When you conquer your ego. It's a beautiful thing. That's the best part about being in this physical body. Why? When you conquer your ego self, now it will work for your higher self. Remember, when Set got under control, when Haru put him in place, his job is to protect Ra against the real evil of Apophis. So see, he ain't a bad guy. He just need to put in the work position, and he be the best worker. Again, your ego will serve you if you control it. Last one, with ego knowledge, what? You're an individual with what? Right thinking philosophy knowledge, and you God, your God, you and God are one forever. Once you make that connection to God, it can't be severed. Okay, that's spiritual enlightenment at its best. Knowing thyself, knowing God, that's my goal and my mission for you, right thinkers. Hope is yours too. I'll be back. I got more for you.